Ever wondered how our bodies produce the vital blood cells that keep us alive? It's a fascinating process that starts deep within our bones and involves a complex chain of events that occur over roughly a week. This journey of blood cell production, known as hematopoiesis, begins in the stem cells, the building blocks of life. Stem cells have two primary functions: self-renewal and differentiation. These vital cells begin producing red blood cells, the oxygen carriers, in the yolk sac early in development. As the embryo grows, several fetal sites start producing blood cells, with red blood cells first produced by the liver, and then in the second trimester, in the bone marrow and spleen. As the location of the stem cells changes, so too does the capability of the stem cells, gradually increasing the complexity of the cells they produce. In addition to simple oxygen-carrying red cells, platelets and immune cells also begin to be produced. Up until the age of 5, all bone marrow produces red blood cells. After this point, it becomes fatty. With the exception of the upper sections of the arm bones and shin bone, most blood cells are then produced from the spongy bone marrow in the vertebrae, ribs, sternum, and pelvis. As we age, the bone marrow's production of blood cells decreases. In adults, the first distinguishable cell in the line of red blood cells is the red marrow sprout, which originates in large numbers from stem cells. This sprout divides to form the basic red marrow cells, which contain small amounts of hemoglobin that fill up in subsequent generations. The nucleus condenses to a small size, and the last remnants are expelled from the cell. At the same time, the endoplasmic reticulum is reabsorbed, renaming the cell at this stage as the reticulocyte, because it still contains a small amount of base material consisting of remnants of the Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, and a few other plasma organelles. Several factors influence the production of red cells, including tissue oxygenation, the red cell-forming erythropoietin produced by the kidneys, and vitamins B12 and B9. A lack of these vitamins can lead to a failure of the red series to mature properly. As red blood cells age, their metabolic processes become less active, making the cell membrane fragile and causing the cell to break down as it passes through narrow areas in the blood circulation. Many red blood cells are shattered in the spleen's pulp, where the spaces between the trabeculae are only about 3 micrometers, compared to the 8 micrometer diameter of a healthy red blood cell. This process is known as eryptosis, the programmed cell death of red blood cells. In summary, the process of blood cell production is a complex and fascinating journey that starts in our stem cells and ends with mature blood cells circulating through our bodies. It is a cycle that repeats itself every 7 days, producing and breaking down about 200 billion red blood cells a day, maintaining a stable number of red cells. As we age, this process slows down, but it never stops, showcasing the remarkable resilience and adaptability of our bodies.